10 facts you didn't know about your brain. Did you know that our brains are much more efficient than computers in every way? Or that our brains have 100,000 miles of blood vessels, which is enough to circle the earth 4 times. The brain is the most complex thing in the universe, says neurologist Marwan Sabbagh, MD. On one hand, it's a soft ball-sized collection of cells, chemical and connective tissue, and on another level, it's the totality of all things. In this video, we will discuss 10 unbelievable facts about the human brain you didn't know before. The brain doesn't feel pain. The brain and the liver have something in common: they have no pain receptors. You have likely seen videos of brain surgeons asking a patient to play an instrument or tell a joke wide awake during brain surgery, and this lack of nociceptors is what helps make that possible. What about brain freezes, you ask? That's not brain pain. That's discomfort coming from the restriction of your vessels and arteries in reaction to the cold. Our brains are chatty. Why is meditation so difficult? Because our brains have trouble shutting up. The average person has 70,000 thoughts a day. Research also suggests that our brains are wired for 10 minutes attention span intervals, which throws a wrench in the traditional 2-hour lecture mode. The reason behind this is the consultant stimulation our brains require, which is why the practice of meditation takes time to master. Male brain versus female brains. Different but equal. Imagining studies have shown us a few differences in the size and preceding characteristics of the male and female brain. Men's brains are about 10% larger than women's, but size doesn't make a difference here. Intelligence remains the same. Women have more gray matter in their brain but use less of it than men, while also using more white matter than men. The male brain seems to differ from the female brain in social decision-making processes and how it copes with stress. There's still more to discover, though, on what causes these differences. Most of your brain weight comes from one area. The average weight of the brain is 3 pounds, but much of the human brain's weight, 85%, is in the cerebrum, the largest part of the brain. It makes sense that the cerebrum is the biggest section. The brain's number one priority is safety, and much of this happens in the cerebrum. Brains are like fingerprints. To the untrained eye, every brain looks like same, but actually, no 2 people have the same brain anatomy. Your brain is the only one in the world like it because of the experiences that influenced your brain development, what you have learned along with genetics. MRIs can see you falling in love. Technology can spot the most powerful force in the universe playing out in your brain: romantic love. Imaging studies show that participants who were in love had high activity in areas of the brain associated with reward, motivation, emotion, and social functioning. The brain peaks in your 20s. Teenagers can blame some of their bad decision-making on their prefrontal cortex, which doesn't fully develop until 25. It's the part of the brain responsible for comprehending long-term consequences as a basis for good judgment and decision-making. Your brain is an orchestra when it comes to sleep. It's a common misconception that when we sleep, we are just turning off our brains. The brain, while sleeping, never fully shuts down. When you are dreaming, different brain parts and functions go to work at different times. Scientists believe the brain uses this time to clean out toxins in the area. It also tells your body to produce hormones that keep you from acting out your dreams. The brain also lowers your breathing, heart rate, and body temperature. Alcoholism can permanently alter your brain. How alcohol affects the brain and subsequently behavior is not a mystery. Drinking reduces the ability to make good decisions or coordinate actions like driving, etc. But when it comes to heavy usage over time, the brain and alcohol do not fare well together. Researchers have developed that alcohol can cause irreversible damage to cognitive function, including the onset of dementia and memory. You can lose half a brain and be okay. So maybe the definition of okay might differ for some of us, but for the most part, we can go about our day with half a brain. Removing half the brain surgically is called a hemispherectomy. I know it's not common. Usually, this procedure is meant to treat those who suffer from severe seizure disorders. How losing half your brain would affect you depends on the person. You'd likely retain your personality but may lose some cognitive function.